So today I'm actually joined by Coach Mercedes, and we're actually going to be talking about the 3 best core movements for a flat tummy. Hi, I'm Dr. Matt. Welcome to my quick self-help videos where I share simple and easy tips on stretching and movement to help you improve your quality of life. Remember to share and subscribe. Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Bradbury, family corrective chiropractor, and I'm actually joined by head coach Mercedes today. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we're actually talking about 3 of the best core movements that you can do right now at home for a flat stomach, a flat tummy, if you will. And we want to share with you today some things that we found have worked really well and some things that you've experimented with yourself.
Yep.
So you want to start with the first one?
Sure.
So the first one that I actually thought about was just controlling some things we talked about in the past, but doing the regular version of the dead bug. Right? And we've come back to it time and time again. But I think in terms of cueing some of those deep core muscles,
yep,
your TA, that's your muscle, like your corset that wraps all around from your ribs, all around with your pelvis. And it's deeper to the muscles that you see typically as your six-pack muscles. So should we get you on your back?
Yeah.
So you'll see here, I actually have Mercedes starting with the more basic dead bug version. And I'm actually gonna have you place your feet down for me. And all I want you to do is I want you to march with this one, but I want you to get the hands straight out, right? And thumbs up. And now some specific tweaks I'm thinking about with her is pull your shoulder blades down just a bit back. So you're engaging your upper back muscles. And now what she's gonna do is just raise this knee up and then back down. Specific cues, really thinking and concentrating on keeping her midsection stiff, keeping her spine neutral, not necessarily letting her back flatten out, not necessarily letting her stomach protrude going to the ceiling, but keeping things neutral. And she's gonna march like this. This is a great one in terms of cueing the core. And with this, she's gonna do actually 20 reps. So now that's the beginner version. Shall we show them the more advanced version? Okay. So with this, I think we'll just take it right to the more advanced version.
The most advanced?
The most advanced version,
Sure.
right? So you started with the basic version, and now what I want you to do is just do the opposites, right? So drop the left leg with the right hand. Great. And when you come out, all I want you to do, you see how there's no change in her stomach, rising up or dropping down. And with this, really focusing on keeping things tight in the midsection, just breathing the whole time, and 6 to 8 reps. So she's gonna do 6 to 8 reps there. And if you're finding that a bit too difficult, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you stop your hands there, and I'm gonna have you just drop your leg now. And come up. Perfect. And notice she's really focused on her breathing. Great. So with that one, again, 6 to 8 reps, really focusing on controlling how you're moving.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to stay down there, I'll actually show everyone the next one. The ab curl up is actually going to be one that you're going to take your hands and you're going to actually place them under your low back. So you'll see here, she's got them underneath her low back to give herself a cue so that she doesn't rise up too much and again, doesn't drop down too much, keeping her muscles tight. Now with this, important in terms of locking the pelvis so you don't shift or move, what we've done is actually had one leg straight and one leg bent. And now I want you to imagine, all you want to think about is think about taking your nose and lifting your head off the table just enough to contract your upper ab muscles. So raise up and back down. And when you're doing it, if you think your neck's working too much, because oftentimes I'm sure you talk to people as a coach and they say that their neck is feeling like it's strained or overworked.
Yep.
So one little tip for that is I actually want you to just push your tongue on the roof of your mouth lightly. So you turn off some of your bigger neck muscles. And when she's doing this, she's focusing on 8 to 12 reps. If you're just starting out, start with the 8 reps and come up and back down. Think about drawing up and down. And you can see as she's doing it, if you find your neck a little bit too involved, make sure you got your tongue pressing up and don't rise quite as much. You can modify a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's number 2, 8 to 12 reps. And number 3, shall we show everybody on the side?
Yep.
And these are your 3 basics in terms of creating more core awareness, carving out that flat tummy, and giving yourself some basics to start with. What's your preference? Do you prefer to start from the knees or start from the feet?
So modified on
Yeah.
your knee. That's sort of, if you're starting out, start on your knee. that gives you a little bit more stability, and it's a good place to start. And then as you're feeling more comfortable, you can go your feet, and then the most advanced would be bringing yourself all the way up.
All the way up. The most advanced, so I would say start with that knee,
Yeah.
because I find right away, as soon as I get to the most advanced ones, and the neat part on how to tell, some little tips are focus on your smooth breathing.
Yeah.
Like the, and you can see Mercedes starting from the knee and then progress it to the feet for me. So one foot's in front, one foot's back, so there's that cross pattern, and then the most advanced version, and you got everything out basically like the star.
Yep.
And do you have any specific recommendations on time that you see work really well?
I aim to start 20-second hold. You want to work your way up to 40 seconds, but a 20-second starting point is a great place.
So 20-second starting point, and I would say the 20-second starting point is probably about 3 to 4 smooth breaths.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you're breathing, one neat cue, use that breathing. As soon as your breathing starts to break down, or you can't control it as well, stop, switch sides.
Yeah.
And then what you can do is go through a circuit. I mean, I like the idea of doing all 3.
Yes, yeah.
And then coming back to it, because you're doing your specific TA muscle work.
Yep.
And then finally you're doing your upper abdominals with the ab curl up.
Yep.
And locking the pelvis.
Yeah.
And then doing the side plank work.
Yeah, even just 2 to 3 sets, 40 seconds of work on each one. Don't rest in between, just 40 seconds, transition to the next one. And yeah, 2 sets to start, and as you start getting more comfortable, work up to 3 sets of that, so good full workout.
Cool, so I like the idea of time as well. And then you have a 6 to 10 minute ab workout.
Yeah.
And if you just did the basics and walked, and as a starting point, put that together for 30, 60 days and watch the changes.
Yeah.
Is there anything else like that?
I think that's a great start.
Beautiful. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you watching. Of course, if you enjoyed it, please take a moment to subscribe. We'd love to see more of you, and help another, help another person out, another a friend that you know that needs some help as well. Share this to your feed. I mean, you cannot do it alone.
Nope.
In terms of sharing the message of good health, good function, and spine and nervous system health. So please take a moment, click share, send it out on your feed, or if you know that particular friend who you know could benefit, grab it, the URL, and send it off. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.